Do you feel like you're always yelling at your child to get them to listen? You're not alone. Studies show that 85% of parents yell at their kids regularly. But here's the shocking part. Yelling actually makes kids less likely to listen in the long run. In fact, research from the University of Pittsburgh found that children who are yelled at frequently have higher chances of developing anxiety, depression, and behavioral issues. So, if yelling isn't the answer, what is? How can we get our kids to listen without the stress and frustration? In this video, we're diving into strategies that actually work, without raising your voice. You'll learn how to create a calm, respectful environment that encourages your child to listen and cooperate. We'll cover simple techniques like using body language, practicing positive discipline, and even how to give your child space to think. If you're ready to stop the yelling and start connecting with your child in a deeper, more meaningful way, stay tuned. Chapter 1. The Power of Calm. Why yelling doesn't work when it comes to discipline. Yelling might seem like an easy way to grab your child's attention, but it actually does more harm than good. Studies show that when parents yell, children's stress levels increase, and this can cause long-term emotional damage. A study from the University of Pittsburgh found that children who are yelled at are more likely to develop anxiety and depression later in life. Yelling often leads to a cycle of miscommunication, where the child's emotional brain shuts down, and they stop listening altogether. Instead of feeling heard, they feel attacked. The key is staying calm. Kids mirror the energy they receive, so if you stay cool, they are more likely to do the same. Dr. Laura Markham, a clinical psychologist and author of Peaceful Parent, Happy Kids, says, children need a calm, loving presence to feel safe. When you yell, you're teaching your child to react with anger or frustration instead of problem-solving skills. Research also suggests that when parents stay calm, kids are more likely to cooperate and understand the reasoning behind a rule or request. Instead of raising your voice, try lowering it. It may sound counterintuitive, but speaking more quietly actually helps children tune in. Try it next time. You'll be surprised how well they respond when you speak softly but firmly. The quieter tone signals to your child that you're in control, and they'll have to focus harder to catch what you're saying. Chapter 2. Silent Influence. Mastering the art of nonverbal communication. Communication isn't just about words. In fact, over 60% of communication is nonverbal, meaning your child is likely picking up on more than you think. A raised eyebrow, a frustrated sigh, or even the way you stand can send a powerful message without saying a word. Kids are keen observers of body language. According to a study published in Child Development, children as young as 6 months can read facial expressions and recognize when someone is upset or happy. When you roll your eyes or cross your arms, your child notices and might feel either defensive or disconnected. Instead, use open body language and maintain eye contact to create a more inviting, less confrontational environment. A calm posture and a gentle tone can work wonders in shifting the mood in the room. Experts suggest that a hand on the shoulder or a gentle touch on the arm can convey empathy and understanding, building rapport. The next time your child is misbehaving, try not to speak at all. Instead, calmly approach them, bend down to their level, and make eye contact. This simple action can have a much greater effect than shouting. Chapter 3. From Chaos to Control. The Science of Positive Discipline. Positive discipline focuses on teaching children the consequences of their actions without resorting to punishments like yelling. This method encourages children to make better choices through rewards, understanding, and guidance. According to Dr. Jane Nelson, author of Positive Discipline, children learn more from mistakes when they feel loved and connected, not when they are punished. One powerful strategy is using natural consequences. If a child refuses to put their toys away, the natural consequence is that they can't play with them the next day. It's not punishment, it's simply allowing the child to experience the result of their action. This method helps them connect behavior with outcome. A study from the American Academy of Pediatrics revealed that children who receive positive reinforcement are more likely to exhibit pro-social behavior, like sharing and cooperating. By rewarding good behavior, you reinforce the actions you want to see more of. A sticker chart, extra playtime, or verbal praise can all motivate children to follow rules without needing threats or yelling. Positive discipline is about teaching and guiding, not controlling. This approach strengthens the parent-child relationship and fosters self-discipline, setting the child up for success both in the short and long term. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks on effective parenting. Chapter 4. The Magic of the Pause. Giving your child space to respond. How often do you find yourself talking over your child or rushing them to answer? It turns out that giving them a little space to process your words can make all the difference. The pause is a technique that involves simply stopping and allowing your child time to think and respond, rather than bombarding them with more words. In a 2016 study by the Journal of Child Language, researchers found that children who are given extra time to process and respond to questions tend to engage in more thoughtful conversations and demonstrate better problem-solving skills. When you pause, you're giving your child the mental space to process the information, making it more likely they'll engage thoughtfully. This approach also reduces the pressure children feel. Instead of being overwhelmed by a constant barrage of words, they can reflect on what's being asked of them. It gives them the space to think and understand that their opinion matters, says Dr. Cheryl Ziegler, author of Mommy Burnout. Next time you ask a question, try counting to 3 in your head before responding. You'll notice that your child will often come up with a better, more thoughtful answer. Chapter 5. Listening, not lecturing. The art of two-way conversations. Lecturing might seem like a good way to explain your point, but it often leads to eye rolls and disconnection. Instead, try a two-way conversation. Engaging with your child as an active listener builds trust and opens the door for better communication. According to research from the University of California, children whose parents engage in conversations are more likely to be emotionally and socially adjusted. Active listening means that you're fully present, not just hearing the words but understanding the feelings behind them. Ask open-ended questions like, "What do you think about that?" or "How did that make you feel?" This invites your child to share their thoughts and encourages them to be part of the solution. Parents often underestimate the power of empathy in communication. When you validate your child's emotions with phrases like, "I see you're upset," you create a safe space for them to express themselves. Research from Harvard University shows that children who feel understood are more likely to exhibit positive behavior and problem-solving skills. By practicing active listening, you're not just teaching your child to listen to you, you're teaching them how to listen to others and express themselves in a healthy way. Chapter 6. Creating a listening environment. Setting the stage for success. Sometimes, the environment plays a bigger role than we think when it comes to listening. A chaotic, overstimulating setting can make it hard for children to focus. A calm, organized environment, on the other hand, promotes better communication and cooperation. Studies show that children perform better when they have structure. According to the National Institute for Early Education Research, a consistent routine helps children feel secure and improves their ability to follow directions. The more predictable the environment, the more your child can focus on the task at hand instead of being distracted by everything around them. Create a listening zone by keeping distractions to a minimum. This means limiting background noise, putting away electronic devices, and ensuring that the space is organized and inviting. A calm environment encourages children to calm down and pay attention to what you're saying. It's also important to lead by example. When you make eye contact, lower your voice, and show respect in your tone, your child will learn how to communicate in a similar way. Positive, respectful environments foster positive, respectful behaviors. And the best part? Your child will likely start copying the way you communicate, which will make your interactions smoother over time. Subscribe now for more parenting tips and strategies that will help you connect with your child on a deeper level.